Hello and welcome to Chow Time. I'm Spike Spencer, this is my kitchen, and this is guacamole. That's right, we're gonna be mixing guacamole. All right guys, this is a very, very simple salad, I guess you could say. It should be called guacamole salad. The main thing you're gonna take away from guacamole is the taste of the avocados is the most important thing. So you wanna make sure that your avocados are ripe enough where they've got a little give to them. Maybe a lot, not where you go, oh look, and it just squishes. Avocados are notorious for being perfect. I mean, like in a span of minutes. It's like, not ripe, perfect, bad, done. So one of the things I do, I roll them around just a little bit, not hard, like if I have a lemon, which I do have, and I would push it and loosen up all that juice. I don't want to loosen up all the juice per se, because there's not a lot of juice in avocados, but I do want to just kind of give it a little love. Just give it a little love, see where it is. Make sure they're good and maneuverable. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take our avocados and we are going to put them in a bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, a bowl. Here's something I learned. One of the first jobs that I ever had, actually the first restaurant job I ever had, was at a place called Yer's Mexican Cafe in Houston, Texas, back in the 80s. Great food. Oh, great food. Absolutely loved it. And I was in charge sometimes of making the guacamole. So I have lived with guacamole all my life, and I love it. And so I know a couple of things about it. We make big vats of guacamole and salsa, and I just love it. So you cut all around down the middle of the avocado like this. Just cut, and then you turn it. Boop, boop, easy peasy. There we go. Then to get the pit out, you take your knife and you whack the pit like this. See? Got the pit on there, and then you just turn it. Boop. It should pop right out. Do that one more time here. I'll show you. Turn. Done. One more time in slow-mo. It doesn't work that way. There you go. Okay. Now we've got our avocados. We want to take all the meat out of the avocado. Best way to do that is a spoon. We're going to get all the goodies out. And you got to be careful because you don't want to have all of the, any of the skin on there because that's just super bitter. Something I didn't know is if you take the skins of avocados and you boil them, you will make a dye that is, I want to say it's red. It's freaky. I did not know that. I tried it one day. I boiled it. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And they said, but don't eat it because it'll kill you. Oh, thanks for telling me now. I don't know. It's supposed to be poison or something. I could be talking right out of my butt on this one. I don't know. But I did play with it. I try to do that with all my food. I'm like, what else can it do? You know, why are we getting rid of these skins? Why are we getting rid of these stems? What can I do with those? And some of my shows, you've seen that. Because I am all about homesteading. I'm all about sustainable, natural as much as possible, and just healthy food. I did not grow these avocados. We've tried to grow an avocado tree here, but it doesn't work. We're in Texas Hill Country, y'all. That doesn't work that well. All right, so we start with the avocado, and that's great. These avocados are tasty. That is beautiful. Now, we're going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I go with freshly ground, thank you very much. And then I'm going to add some lemon juice. I may add both, but I'm not sure 100%. I don't want to overdo the lemon juice. I'm going to do half a lemon. It's pretty juicy lemon there. I got 3 avocados, 1 lemon. That's pretty good. Again, as always, do what you like. And I'm going to do a little lime. I enjoy that. I mean, it's tiny, so I'm going to do that. Excellent. You know, funny, I'll give you a story on voiceover world. Some garlic, fresh garlic. That should be enough. So this is years ago. I mean, this is probably, I don't know, like 10 years ago or so. But it's funny because I could do lots of different accents, right? And so I did, I auditioned for this one. They wanted a Mexican accent. And, you know, not to be, you know, there's like Speedy Gonzalez, that kind of thing. You're like, wow, he can't do that anymore because it's just not right. Cool, so I don't do it. But then it was for a tourism translation thing for travel in, I didn't know, I thought it was like Mexico or something. And it was for a museum. And so I did a Mexican kind of a dialect, and off we went. Well, then they were like, oh, okay, so we need a different dialect. I didn't know we were going to be doing different dialects. It was all based, it was Spanish, Puerto Rican, Colombian, Argentinian, all these different ones. I'm like, I don't even know how to do that. So I had to study up and work on the accents. And I had different voices. I'd be up here, I'd be down here, all kinds of different things. And it was so bizarre. But, you know, I mean, now you can't do that. But somewhere, there's a whole lot of my voices that you'll be listening in your head as you're touring some of these South American places. So, the more you know. All right. We're mashing the avocado up. And you can mash it as much as you want, as little as you want. You can say, oh, I like to have my guacamole with big old chunks in it. I do not. I'm just using a fork. No big deal. Go round and around and around and around and around and around. Now we have our base. There it is. That is our avocado base. Now, from here, I am going to build it up with the classics. We're going to take an onion. Now, I'm going to go with a red onion. I really like red onion, which is clearly purple. I am going to use it because it's got a sweetness to it. Even my son, who hates onion, was eating it the other day. He's like, I really like this. What is this? I was like, oh, I have to say the word. It's purple nurple. No, it's red onion, son. It's sweeter than the other stuff. He's like, oh. What do you gotta look, what? Ah. Anyway, so red onion, I really like, and if I'm remembering correctly, so my friends in Houston, I used to also work at a English pub that I absolutely love, called the Black Labrador Pub, and the food was spectacular, and it was all cooked by an African-American woman named Sarah, if I remember correctly, at least when I was there. And I went up and on my breaks, and she'd be just cooking away up there. I'm like, wow, that food was spectacular. And you never would have known, right? You never know who's in the kitchen, guys. It was amazing. I thought it would be somebody's old, you know, Scottish grandmother was up there just killing it. But one of the things that I'm trying to remember, I may be thinking incorrectly, but for some reason in my head, I think they had a guacamole there that they had red onions in. I'm trying to remember because they had this great hamburger there, and sometimes I get guacamole on it. I'm trying to remember. I just remember I was like, wow, that flavor. There was red onion in there, I'm thinking. So a red onion, chop it up, throw it in. Cilantro. So you do all of this after you mash. You don't want to put all this stuff in and mash it. You could put the cilantro in, I guess. But I'm going to put some cilantro in. And then tomatoes. So I just went out to my garden and picked a tomato. See, it ain't that pretty up front, but beautiful. I'm going to take the top off of that. Gorgeous. I'm going to take a little bit out of the core. It's a little green in the core. I'll take that out. There. Now I've got my beautiful tomato that is... it smells like an actual tomato, everybody. You believe that? You get it out of your own garden. It's crazy how good it is. So chop up a little tomato. And I love a nice chunky guacamole with lots of good stuff in it. And that's what we are making today. that. And now that in there. I have a couple of little other tomatoes. I have these little orange tomatoes, little orangey yellow tomatoes. So, am I going to throw this in? Yes, I am. Why not? Have fun with it. Some of you might be partial to keep making your guacamole spicy. That's absolutely cool. Totally doable. Take some jalapeno and rock it on in there. Sure, you can do that. Nobody's stopping you. My children do not like spicy. Neither does my mother-in-law, so I have to tone it down. Get everything I need here. A little more. A little hit. A little bit of salt. Let's mix it. That is pretty much the way to rock and roll your guacamole.
You need to get out there. Need to get it to the kitty.
All right. That, my friends, is guacamole. Let's see. I'm down. Yeah. Okay. That is really good. And again, like I said, the avocado is key. If you want to have good guacamole, you got to make sure the avocado is good. You don't want to overpower it. I didn't want to overpower it with the lemon. I didn't want to overpower it with the lime or salt, any of that. But I do want to make sure that we have nice guacamole. So, quick roundup. What did all we do? Avocado, salt and pepper base, lemon, lime. Then we add in chopped cilantro, chopped onions, chopped tomatoes. You could also add a little bit of cumin. Cumin would be a really nice addition. I add a little bit. That gives it a little more of an umami flavor that you'll love. But that is guacamole. Oh, yeah. Oh, too far. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Chow Time, the guacamole episode. See, my mouth works sometimes. Do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends about Chow Time. I've got lots of recipes coming up. I've got lots of recipes in the back shows, and I really want you to check them out. They're all made with love. They're all made here in my kitchen with my little setup that I got here. I'm sure I'll improve it down the road. But right now, the food, it cooks. So, thank you so much. This is Chow Time. Let's eat.